Thank you, sir, for joining us. My first question is, how do you assess the recently concluded budget 2023?
Oh, it's an excellent budget actually because it focuses on growth. It is basically, they have been able to manage the entire thing, including expectations of the middle class, expectations of the business people. They've been able to focus on growth. They've been able to balance their budget. So I think fundamentally it's a fantastic budget, and especially it doesn't focus so much, despite being an election year budget, it doesn't focus so much on the freebies, but focuses on long-term investments and growth.
And so, coming to data-driven decision-making process, as a chief financial officer, how does data help you, to take your decisions? And coming to, the new role of expectations from people who would want to join this industry and and make a career in finance, what are the tips or tricks would you advise them to focus upon to make it big?
Now, I think data has come a long way and it is playing a very important role. The analytical part, the ability to compile, the ability to slice and dice data has become very important, and it is helping in many decision makings. And it is not just making the decision making faster, but the quality of decisions has improved quite a lot.
And lastly, coming to the fundamentals of the global geopolitical situation right now, there is expectation that US is going to see some kind of recession in the coming months. How well prepared is the Indian business segment, and also are there any special steps or focus areas for you as well, looking at the global scenario?
No, you're absolutely right. In the last 2, 3 years, the global situation, the geopolitics, the recessionary conditions have played a big role, including the pandemic. I think India is has done a very good job in terms of creating our own domestic consumption and markets, and therefore our dependence on exports is not as high. In fact, you've seen in the period of COVID as well, where a lot of economies were disrupted, but India, because it has its own consumption, it has its own middle income group, it has its own domestic market itself. So it is quite well prepared in that sense. But yes, exports are taking a little bit of a hit because of the global recession, not just US, but Europe. China has been closed down for quite some time. So some of those sectors have seen that kind of a hit. I would say companies need to focus on their costs, companies need to focus on their efficiencies. If they are, as we call it in Aditya Birla Group, we are the last man standing, which means that we are the people who would have the lowest and the most efficient cost structure, and therefore they are the ones who will survive.
So basically, strong macroeconomic domestic consumption and the ability to be de-risked from export markets is what is giving you that confidence for India.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, even when you are exporting, one of the fundamental principles is that you diversify. You don't depend on one or two customers, one or two geographies, one or two markets. So you're, in terms of customers, in terms of markets, in terms of applications of your products, as much as you can diversify, it is absolutely good.